Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Diamond Princess. Thank you for joining my live stream. Today, I am going to tell you why the rating image is a joke, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I believe is a joke because these guys that are rating women on the scale from 1 to 10, they don't even take it seriously themselves when it comes to rating women that are average to best. These men that starting all this, rating women on average and all that stuff based on their image, they don't really take it seriously themselves. And how this uh, image rating starts is when a man looks at a woman and based on how she looks, whether it's her features, her skin tone, or whatever a man's preference is, that's how he rates, even by her hair length and anything else. And the best looking woman that a man feels that is average is a woman that is overweight. She's all right. She's not the best, but they rate the average looking women, or I can say the worst women, from 1 to 5. And the average looking women, they will rate her on a scale from 6 to 8. And anything that's, a woman that looks good, she has the body of a model, she is ranked from 9 to 10. And this has nothing to do with personality. This has to do with image, because we have to look at it this way. Men look at women through image. Hey, Bixby. And if a guy feels that a woman, based on how a woman looks, and if she is not the kind of woman that is on these runway models that looks like Gigi Hadid, or they don't look like a Beyonce or whatever, and they kind of look overweight in the face, or and whatnot, they will rate that woman from a 1 to a 3. But the best woman that looks like a Gigi Hadid or a Beyonce, they will rank them from an 8 to a 10. Now, from what I am getting from how this whole ranking works, is that basically, from what I have gathered, when you rate yourself from a 6 uh to an 8, from what I get, there's still there's still things that people need to work on, like their image, or you know their their looks, or they need to still lose weight. There's some things that you still need to work on. But when you are a 9 or a 10, there's nothing wrong with you. You know you have everything going on with you. There's nothing you have to work on. But here's the thing: no matter how much a woman works on herself, or try to change her image or the way she looks, a man is never satisfied, period. A man is always looking for the next one he can lay up with, depending on who the man is. Because let's keep it real, it's mostly the men that are rating the women. Women, as we going on, we usually go and we choose a guy based on his personality. Yeah, guys do it too. However, it's mostly men that goes by the looks. And to be honest with you guys, it doesn't matter how much you weigh. You can be a 6 or a 10. A guy is never satisfied. A guy that does get the woman that is a 9 or a 10, and that was his dream girl that he ends up with, he's going to find another someone new, because the woman that he is with, she is basically not enough for him. He is going to want something that is, something different. And guys do this across the board. No matter their ways, no matter what they look like, it doesn't matter if they are low value, high value, rich or poor. Guys are always going to step out of their relationships because they want something new. And to me, and this is why I feel like this whole, rating on looks thing is bullshit, because guys, they're going to cheat anyway, whether the woman is a bitch, whether a woman is the best thing on God's green earth. He is going to find another woman because something in his mind, he is not fulfilled. And let me tell you something, a guy will never be fulfilled in that, in himself, because there is something empty in him that he never got in his childhood, or he wants something that can fill his void. And just, having that one woman that he feels that has that perfect image is not enough. So in my opinion, this whole rate on image, these whole image consultants and these guys looking at women based off their image, it doesn't matter if you lose weight or you change something about you. He will always find some fault in you that doesn't fit him, or he has something that doesn't, or he feels that he has to find something that can keep his energy fueled. And to tell you the honest, ladies, don't take this whole rating system seriously, because guys can say, oh, can rate you as, oh, she's a 6, or she's a 3 or whatever. Guys like that are never satisfied. It doesn't matter where the woman ranks at. He's always going to find another woman that he wants to be entertained by. These guys, they don't take women seriously like that. This whole rating thing is a joke. It really is. And to my knowledge and what I see, because we hear all the time from men that are wealthy, that are blessed to have money and blessed to have spouses that love and take care of them. You will always hear them walking out on their marriage and messing around with other women. And this is not wealthy men. These are regular dudes too that do it, because a man cannot control his sexual urge. He, in his mind, he still feels like having one woman is not enough. He still feels that I need more. I want more. I need to continue to fill this void that I am not getting from this other person. And to me, that is not on the woman, it's on the man. He needs to find deep within himself to find out what is going on with him, that he cannot control himself when he is in a relationship. Because to me, is that if a guy cannot control himself sexually, there is a problem. Because yes, looks matter in this world, but if you have a good looking person that is sitting right in front of you, why would you step out of that relationship? And I'm just talking about relationships. I'm not talking about flings. I'm not talking about a one night stand. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about relationships, period. Because guys don't seem to appreciate a woman's worth when it comes to her beauty, her personality, or what she brings to him. He doesn't appreciate that. So, why would we give a guy our youth, our time, and our patience if he is not willing to if he's not willing to be faithful and treat the woman accordingly, be faithful to her, be loyal to her, be the man that she wants him to be, but he can't seem to do that because he wants his needs met, and he's getting his needs met well in his marriage, but he feels that that is not enough. He wants to get it from another woman. And to me, it's like, okay, so what are we talking about here? So, what I'm trying to get at is this is all a game and a con on women to turn us against each other and to compete men that don't even deserve to be picked. And this whole thing, because I was on like somebody's stream and they were talking about, relationships, what we notice in this country and about the men and all that stuff. Because let me tell you something, in this country we are all fucked up. We're all fucked up, and we're all backwards when it comes to our thinking. We don't like in this country, like people in their minds, they think that they have in their mindset that I want it and I want it now. I do not want to wait for it. I don't want to take the time and, you know, to get to know the person. I want this certain body type, or I want this type of girl. And it's like, dude, like, get over yourself. It doesn't matter what type of girl you get, you are never going to be satisfied. Never. And that is the problem with, men today. And I'm not saying that women are the problem too. Yes, we are the problem. And I'm going to get into that because as women, we allow men to get away with certain things that they should not be getting away with. We should be able to be putting our foot down and letting them know, I'm not going to be taking your shit no more. I'm not going to be uh, being the lesser in in this relationship and being treated like I am a nobody. So this is the type of thing that is going on with us women, and we need to, have more respect for ourselves because we have to love each other first. It doesn't matter what a man rate us as or what we look like. At the end of the day, we have to love each other at the end of the day. We have to put ourselves first. because I see many women that's going out of their way, doing something for a man or doing something for everybody else but themselves, not taking care of themselves. And to be honest, I was one of those type of people that I would go out my way for like anybody. It doesn't matter whether they do something for me in return. I was still doing, not realizing that I was neglecting myself as a woman, as a person that need to do something and put herself first. And this is why women age faster, is because we're neglecting ourselves as women. So with this whole rating system is BS, because men don't take it serious in themselves. They do not appreciate the woman and what she is offering him, and that's the problem. A Bixby, are you still there? Are you still there? Because if you are, I can send you the link and you can come up. It's no problem. I can send you the link, and and I would love to have your input on this. Um, However, as women, we need to stop and take a good look of ourselves and say, hey, you know what? Um, I'm good for where I am. A guy can, if he rates me, oh my God, I pushed the wrong button. If a guy wants me, rates me as a 6, okay, that's fine, but I'm still going to be me at the end of the day. I can't help the way I look. You know, I cannot change that because I don't have the money to change it. I can't have surgery because us regular women, we cannot, we do not have the resources to change our looks like other celebrities. And what these guys are looking at, they're looking at women that have their face done. And I'm talking about face reconstruction. They have rhinoplasties. They fix their eyes. They have cheek fillers, lip fillers, hair implants, and all that stuff. And they go after that women instead of appreciating the natural women. Because let me tell you something, guys, they're not going after natural women as they claim they are. They're going after the women that has work done, that has the BBL and all that stuff. That's that's what they're chasing, because that's what society put out there, is the girl with the BBL and have all these plastic surgeries done to her face. Okay. Okay, take your time getting up here. Um, but they don't appreciate the woman that is natural, that has the great personality and all that stuff. They don't appreciate that. And they when they find out this is not the type of girl that they thought that can get them like 10 toes up, they then want to look at the girl that they called a 6. But in my opinion, dude, like, you wanted to go over there. Living Barbie dolls that need touch ups that then fall apart at the end. Exactly. Exactly. Because when you have surgery, you're gonna have to keep that up, because at the end of the day, these fillers, they don't last. They start to dissolve you, and your skin starts to stretch. So basically, these women, they have to keep up with these BBLs. They have to keep up with their hairlines and all that stuff. They have to keep up with that in order to look the image. There she is. Hey, hey, can you hear me?
Hey,
Hey.
yeah, I can hear you. I had to turn my YouTube.
Oh, uh-oh, she gone. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So basically, they're gonna have to keep those appearance up because that is the look that people are going. And I believe that hip hop has a lot to do with that as well because hip hop changed the image of society over the decades. When you have these women wearing bikinis, they have the hourglass figure and the big butt and the small waist, and that is was the image. But let me and guys wonder why, you know, women are looking like Barbie dolls at the end of the day because that's what they promote. They promote women that look like Barbie dolls. And they don't put up the average looking women that have the normal stretch marks, the her natural appearance, her looking average and all that stuff. They don't put up that. They don't put up those image because it's not what they are looking for. It's not something that is desirable in for that society. So as women, as us, wanted to get attention and all that, we have to we have to do all that to be able to consider the standard of beauty. Because right now the standard of beauty is light skin. If a light skinned woman has a BBL, and she is considered desirable. As a black woman, she's naturally curvy. She has the natural butt because that's what most black women have. She's born naturally with a butt. She is not considered the standard of beauty because she didn't have to get all that. And on top of that, her skin tone. Hey, Bixby.
Hey, how's it going? My phone was, I had it off and it was
Oh,
uploading a whole bunch of stuff, and I was like, oh
oh,
no.
okay. So, where did you hear about the whole rating system? Like, did you hear from Cameron Samuels or you heard it before?
I don't, at this point in my life, I don't really pay attention to what they say
Mm-hmm.
because I think that I think that they move the goalpost a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that no matter what they say, if
Mm-hmm.
you do everything that they say that you should be doing, they'll just move the
Mm-hmm.
goalposts.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a game. It's a game because as far as looks are concerned, I would say that I would consider myself a preference, and they move the goalposts on me too. So I could see it if you know I fell into some of the categories that they consider to be undesirable. I don't fall into any of those categories.
Mm-hmm.
And they even move the goalpost on me too. So it's to the point where I'm at a point in my life where I just say, you know what? I have a lot of hobbies, I have a lot of friends, I have so many different things that I want to do in my life. And I just concentrate on that. I don't really care about their rating system because you could be a 10 and they will still find something wrong with you, and they
Mm-hmm.
will still compare you unfavorably to other people because that's their superpower. As long as you care what they think, they can control
Mm-hmm.
you. But if you just live your life and you just are happy and you do things that you like to do with people that you enjoy being with, then you can live a peaceful, happy life. And who cares what their rating system is? What difference does it make? It's not like you're going to get treated any better.
Exactly. And this is why I go back to cheating, because you see these celebrities with the most beautiful women in the world and they get cheated on. And not only that, they get abused, they manhandle them. You know, you hear stories of women getting abused in the hands of their partners. And to me, it's like you guys are going on those rating systems, but what difference like it's like you said, what difference does it make? You guys are never satisfied. You guys are always gonna look for that next girl that that you want her to entertain you. You're never going to be satisfied. And I'm thinking that these guys are unhappy. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy. Basically, they are not happy. They're not in a happy place.
Well, I think that you have to pick a standard and
Mm-hmm.
just stick by it. And I think that there is a such thing, I'm agreeing with you with there is a such thing as a person never being satisfied and a
Mm-hmm.
person being distracted by the shiny object. And
Mm-hmm.
there are people that they're never satisfied with what they have. They always want to see the shiny object. And, I mean, like Halle Berry, who's dumb enough to cheat on her? This is like one of the most, she's gorgeous,
Right.
but she got, you know, somebody put hands on her and
Mm-hmm.
damaged her. And, she went through stuff. So if that was true, if all this is true, that if you are a certain rate, you get treated better or you get preferential treatment, then why did
Mm-hmm.
she get cheated on?
Right.
Why did people put hands on her?
Mm-hmm.
So it's an illusion, and it's something to have, so that it's a mirage. And then once you run to the mirage, you go there and there's nothing.
Here's
So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
here's the thing. Not every woman is not not every woman's going to look like a 10. Okay, there's women that looks like a 6, and she could be wife material all the way, versus the woman that you think is a 9, but she's not even in that wife material range, and you pick her because you feel like the woman that is a 6, she's not good looking enough for you, and to me, with these men, you know and I always say this: 90% of the people that's living on this earth right now are not good looking. They're not. So the chances of a man trying to look for a woman that is good looking and she has that shape, you're not going to find it. You're not.
Okay, but you're looking for them for what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, do you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
so okay, you want to have sex with a good looking person, okay? So what's next? What comes after that?
Mm-hmm.
So what's in that for the woman? What
Exactly.
what what are you getting out of that? So why, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
Mhm.
you want a good looking woman, and then you want to sleep with a good looking woman, and then if she wants to get married, since our people, or our counterparts don't believe in marriage, he's just going to keep gaslighting you and making you think you're crazy and trying to make you jealous, and he's just going to put you through hell because they don't believe in marriage anyway. So what is the point? Who cares if you're a 10 when it comes to certain people? It's
Mm.
not going to do you any good. It's not like the person is going to cherish you and treat you like a queen for the rest of your life. When it comes to certain people, it doesn't matter if you're a 10, you could be a 20. It doesn't matter, because what's
Yeah.
in it for you?
Hmm. But here's the thing: like, for what I know, when I seen guys, they think that a woman is, she has a great personality, and and she's down to earth, but according to them, if she is not right in the face, they don't want to have nothing to do with her. They feel like she is not relationship material, and this is why relationships do not last long, because there's too much emphasis on looks.
Yeah, but even if you do get in, if you are the preference and you
Mhm,
get into a relationship with these guys, it's not going to
mhm.
be much better. It's not. It's it's a mirage.
Yeah, it's an illusion.
It's an illusion. You're thinking, oh well, I'm a 6 and that other chick is a 9, and she's
Hmm.
going to get more than me. She ain't getting more than you.
Mm-mm.
He's a bum.
He's a bum.
He,
It
he
doesn't matter whether he's in the corporate world or he's a blue collar. He is a bum at the end of the day. Nobody respects men that treats their women like trash. It's like a throwaway. Like, you have this good looking woman that is a 9, that is a 10, but then you toss her aside and you get a woman that is also like a 9 and 10, like she's better, but you treat women across the board all the same. It doesn't matter, whether she's a 6 in the face or a 5, like, or it doesn't matter. These guys want women on looks, but if you like, let's if and these guys that are rating women like us, they're butt ugly. They are butt ugly. These guys are not good.
I think that this is just something that they made up to have us chasing our tail. It
Oh
does,
hell
you know,
no.
you have to think what's in it for me. So
Yeah.
let them rate whatever they want to rate. Let
Hmm.
them pick whatever they want to pick. It's not going to
Yeah.
affect you one way or another. If they pick
Yeah.
you, they're not going to treat you well.
Exactly.
If they don't pick you, they're going to just keep coming up with different excuses why you don't qualify, so that they can
Mhm.
keep coming up with different reasons not to treat you right. So it's like, if
Exactly.
you
That's why.
yeah, it's an
Why?
illusion. It's
Yeah.
like being on a treadmill. You're just
Mhm.
walking and you're getting exhausted and you're not going anywhere. So
Exactly.
at this point in my life, I really all I, I just hang out with my friends. I have a whole bunch of hobbies. I have side businesses, and
Hmm.
I just concentrate on that, and I just don't worry about what they think of me, because it doesn't matter. I've been
Hmm.
the preference, and
Hmm.
you may have more to pick from, but it's just that the garbage can is just bigger. That's all. But it's still a
Yeah.
garbage can.
Exactly. That's why women like, because I was on another person's channel. I'm not going to name his channel, but you know, he basically goes off an image, and he basically, saying that if you're a 6, you're still working on, whatever you're working on. But if you're a 10, you're saying you're perfect and that you don't need nothing to work on. And I'm just saying here, like, dude, it doesn't, like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, even if, because men, they think too much. They don't see, they think that if, because I think it's like a ego thing with the men. I think it's their egos, because let's keep it real, because from what I saw is that if a woman, because women, from what I seen, they said, oh, I'm a 6. I am a 6. So the man, sees that the woman is saying that she's a 6, they'll bump her up at a 9. But if a woman says, oh, I'm a 10, then they'll bump you down to a 6, just to degrade your ego. But in my rate, I'm a 10. I am a 10. I don't based off my appearance just because a man feels that I'm not good looking to him. Fuck him. I don't give a shit for what he said. I'm a 10. Okay. If I feel like I'm perfectly fine for what to where I'm at, I'm perfectly fine. There's like, don't make a big deal out of it. Just because you think that it's perfect, no. I am comfortable for what I am, because this is my personality. This is who I am. I'm not going to change who I am just because you're not comfortable with it.
Well, I think that when women rate themselves,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think that the criteria for the rating system may be
Mm-hmm.
different
Mm-hmm.
than men. And I think that a lot of men want to be with beautiful women because it's like jewelry. You know, you're like arm candy for them. And people are going to see them in a more favorable light if they
Mm-hmm.
have a beautiful piece of jewelry on their arm.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a reflection of how he feels about you as an individual and as a person. It's what clout you bring to him
Yeah.
from strangers.
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily going to um, that's not necessarily going to help you in any way, shape,
Yeah.
or form.
Mm-hmm. Hey, J Mans. Hello. Yes, you did. I loved it. I had to watch though because there were so many people in your chat. Oh my god, you had an audience.
I
Hi.
have to. I'm always going in a different room. I have to keep watching the chat. I don't know what's going on half the time.
There's no trolls. I'm watching the chat. There's no trolls. I pretty much know who people are in the chat. So if I see a bot, moderators, if you see a bot in my chat room, please delete it right away because I don't even know what's the purpose of that. Just delete it and delete trolls too, kick them out because if they don't like what I have to say, then that's just on them. That has nothing to do with me. That's something that they need to work on. But a woman rating herself a 10, that's on her. She's comfortable with the way she is, then let her be. If she has a ghetto attitude and if she is unruly, then let her be. But if a woman is okay and she feels like there's nothing that she feels like she has to change about herself, let her be. Let her be. If she's perfectly fine for who she is, let her be. Maybe she doesn't want to change anything else about herself. But we got insecure men in this world that don't want to accept that.
Yeah, it's just hey Alexander. Alexander's in the house.
Virtual
Alexander.
hugs, yes, we're living in a virtual world now. We're living in a virtual world now. But
Hmm.
J Man, if you're still here, you can come up. I know you just finished a live stream earlier, but if you want to put your opinion into, because I know you're a man and you can speak on men, but if you feel like you want to come up, then you are more welcome.
I'm not familiar with this person. Have I seen any of his videos?
Oh, J-Man's no, he is my co-host for Diamond Mind, but basically
Oh, okay.
he does videos. It's more like on wrestling, more AEW.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember you had a male co-host and you were talking about wrestling. So is this
Yeah,
the person? Okay.
yeah, that's
Okay.
him. Yeah, he's a sweet guy. We talk on and uh, uh, off the YouTube and all that stuff. He's a sweet guy.
I'm a
Yeah.
man. I didn't know that. LOL.
Oh, he doesn't know the rating system. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know the rating system on Image either until I saw Kevin Samuels and then other male YouTubers started to do the same thing. And I'm just like, okay, so they're just basically copying off that dude. But mostly these guys, they use the rating system to put down women, especially when they call themselves a six. They use that, they take that six and they demean them more.
I mean, but Diamond Princess, you
Mhm.
know, don't you think that some questions are loaded?
Uh,
Don't you think that some questions are rhetorical and that there's no right or wrong answer?
yeah, there's no right or wrong answers. There's
And
none.
and and I wish that some of these questions
Hmm.
women wouldn't answer. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you know, it takes two to be in a conversation. And if a
Hmm.
person is interrogating you and if a person is putting you on the defensive, you don't
Hmm.
have to answer those questions.
Yeah.
You know, certain questions like what are you bringing to the table? What's your body count? How do you
Mhm.
rate yourself?
It's
Those
all
are
it's all
yeah.
insecurities of the man.
Yeah, and it's like he wants to know, he's trying to gauge where you're at so that he knows how to
Mhm.
manipulate you. You don't have to answer these questions. I'm sorry, you don't have to answer them.
Yeah, you don't, because it's based off of their insecurities um being rejected by women.
If you're dating a person and you get along with that person and you guys are vibing together and you're enjoying yourself, how is that those types of questions,
Hmm.
how do they naturally flow into a conversation?
Like to me, you can smell bullshit on a guy when he starts to ask these questions. What do you bring to the table, or what you know? It's like a man saying, "What do you bring to my life?" But I hear women when answers when they said when a guy asks them a question, "What you bring to the table?" They said, "I am the table." But to me, you have to get up and walk away, because when you start responding to what they're saying, they're going to react and find some way to demean you, saying that you're a girl, you're a gold digger, and all that stuff. You gotta know um when these guys, there he is, when these guys are you
I
know
love me some Wendy's.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good.
Hi, Jay, man. This is a Bixby. She's one of my subscribers.
Good to meet you.
I've been with you since the very beginning, Diamond Princess.
Oh yeah, she has. She has. She has. So, Jay, man, you pretty much know about the rating system when it's based on women's looks. So, what do you think? What is your input on it?
Well, when it comes to rating for a woman's looks, I mean, the thing is, I really don't think there should be a rating systems involved because the fact of the matter is, why should there be a rating count for what a woman looks like, both in facial and and also body feature? I mean, we live in a world where everything can be too judgmental because you can't do this or can't do that. I mean, I don't think there should be a rating system. I mean, you should be proud with what you've got, and if you don't, and if you're not proud of it, then, well, you got to accept reality because of what God give you.
Do you think that guys are looking for things that's artificial when it comes to women's looks? Like, let's take for instance, Gigi Hadid, because she was ranked the most beautiful woman in the world, and you have Beyonce and all these other women that's had plastic surgery over the years. What do you like? It seems like these men are looking for these type of women in regular women,
Hmm.
and to me, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, it's kind of hard to pick out those women that you really are looking for when you see a Gigi
Until
Hadid.
you get your finger sticked.
Yeah, yeah. So it to me it's like okay, so you looking for these kind of features in regular women, but regular women, you know, we weren't born with these type of things because and neither were these celebrities. They had like plastic surgeries over the years. And these are what these guys, they're looking for these perfect facial features and they can't find it in these regular women. And they're saying that, oh, you know, this is American women are ugly, but you know that's is why we're going to Latin America because it's you know, the women down there are perfect, and are they looking for that perfect woman? But you're never going to find that perfect woman, never, because there's no such thing. Every woman has her own beauty in her own way.
Right.
Women are not going to look like that supermodel because it doesn't exist. It just doesn't.
Yeah. Me personally, when I think with men, when they want, you know, some enhancements from a woman's, you know, whether it's both facial or body, I think it's, you know, like some kind of, you know, desperation to, you know, to want to have something rather than nothing. But the thing is, that's what some men would want. And if they're not proud of the body that, you know, the person that they're with has, then maybe you're the problem, you know, and not her.
Here's the thing, like we hear guys like, you know, well, we hear celebrity guys cheat more often on their spouse, and she could be the hottest woman, you know, anyone he has seen. And don't get me wrong, regular men cheat too,
Yeah.
but more publicly with, you know, men that have more wealth. So what in your mind, and I know you're a man, why do you think that men cheat?
I think it's probably due to, you know, temptation mostly to, like, you know, that, like, it's mostly that, like, that forbidden door that you're not supposed to open. Like, they get so tempted, they just, you know, like, they think with their dick and not with their brain. You know, that's what would have to say why some men cheat. They just don't want to think of the consequences of what will transpire, and they just do it anyway. And it ain't because they can't help it. They can. It's just that they just don't know when to back off, you know? Say this is wrong, you know? But again, you're not going to have a lot of honest people out there.
No, and I feel like these guys that going through the race system, they're not being honest with themselves because
Exactly.
the most of the guys that are, you know, rating women are basically dudes that are not even good looking. They're not even attractive.
Right.
That are rating these women. So what? So what? Why do you think that guys that are unattractive feel like they are entitled to women's bodies because they're a man?
Probably, like I said earlier, desperation and probably wanting, you know, like more. And like I said, thinking with their dicks and not with their brains.
Do
They
you
just,
think they're being thirsty?
yeah. Essentially, yes. That's what they're being, is thirsty. They just crave it. They want it so bad they'll do anything.
I believe so too. You know, because you're not going to get the best looking woman. You're like, unless you're going to be single for the rest of your life, you're not going to get the best looking woman in this world because you're looking at a because men like that are looking for a superficial woman that doesn't even exist in their realm because one, they don't have the money. Two, these women are very high maintenance, and three, they're not even in that circle. So, you know, when you have to look at regular women, you know, that's why they do their rating system because they want women to chase them.
Mm.
Yeah, they want women to chase them and they want women to desire them. It's like, dude, I do not dude, I don't want to desire you. Like, I'm not going to chase a man that is not secure in himself. I don't chase men anyways. Period. I don't chase men. Men, have you ever heard of the phrase the sperm chases the egg? Have you ever heard of that?
I think I have.
Yeah, because what's that phrase is saying that the man, if a man wants it, he's going to get it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the egg just sits there. The egg does not chase the sperm. It doesn't move or anything. It just sits there because it's an egg. And for example, like you see an egg like out of your refrigerator, right?
Right.
It doesn't come rolling out of your refrigerator just because it wants to come out. It stays there because it's an egg.
Right.
It's not alive. So basically, we men like that, they I don't, their manhood is screwed up. I don't know what to say on that. It's kind of like, they don't.
What's up, Felicia?
Yeah, Felicia, hi girl.
My Nubian queen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are Nubian queens up in here. All my sisters on this chat are Nubian queens.
Queens, the tall women.
So basically, we as women, we we kind of got it backwards here because we care too much what men think, and we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot when the guy is like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go over there because I found something better and she's way better than you, so I'm gonna go get her.
You.
Yeah. So and women end up heartbroken because they feel like the man that thought that she was a dream guy wasn't really her dream guy. He was just with her because she was just a stand-in until he finds the one that he really wants. But to me, guys, if they have a hard dick, it's going to stay hard no matter if they're married or if they have a girlfriend. It's always going to stay hard because they don't know how to control themselves.
Well, that all depends when a man reaches a certain age. I mean, I'm still in my 20s and I got nothing to hide. I always, somehow have an erection when I wake up in the morning, and I mean, it's not because I'm dreaming or having dirty thoughts. It just happens. It's like it's a normal phase. And the reason why I think it happens, it ain't because of something sexually attractive. I think it's probably because like that's your cue that you have to use the bathroom or something.
I guess
it's like its own physical alarm system, but it doesn't make any noise.
The only thing I feel to go to the bathroom is when my stomach is filled with a lot of fluids and it needs to come out in my bladder.
Yeah.
So, it's
called cue the piss.
I cue the piss. So, for this whole rating system, I don't want women to take that seriously. I want women.
No, of course not. I mean, I mean, and neither should men. I mean, like, I don't think either men or women should take it seriously. In fact, there is no such thing as a rating system because, like, in my view, if you're gonna abuse someone, like if someone you like to see, don't rate them. Just imagine it in your head and don't reveal it. That's it. Just think of it if it's someone you want to be with, and not what you want to rank.
Because everybody's doing this whole Kevin Samuels thing. I don't know if you heard of him.
Wait.
Black guy in a suit. He's always have that thing spinning around, and he's an image consultant, and he raped women. Yeah, now.
No. I think I know what you're getting at. Okay, let me just say this: if you're gonna be like a supermodel, then obviously you're gonna be rated of your body, of course. But at the same time, when it comes to personal, stuff like say relationship wise, then you don't need a rating system. I mean, if you're gonna go into modeling, that's fine. I mean, that's gonna have to have a rating system for there. But as far as personal goes, no, you don't need you don't need a relationship to have a rating of what the woman has that qualifies for your needs.
No, you do.
Same thing for men.
Because if you're looking for, a woman that, especially when a man is looking for a wife, you're looking for that woman is going to be wife material, not based on her looks, not, well, looks does matter because you want a good looking woman. But to be honest with you, a man is just looking for a woman because, she's the best. She's going to be the best one for him. That's pretty much what it's going to boil down to. But this rating system is basically men that just want to, fuck. They want to fuck the woman. But for one, I'm going to tell you this, J-Mans, from what I learned. Like, if a woman rates herself as a 6, she still needs things to improve herself, things that she needs to work on. If a woman rates herself a 9 or a 10, then she's perfect. She doesn't have anything.
What about an 8?
Huh?
What about an 8?
An 8 is like, you have, the body, the looks, and all that stuff, but you still, you still have a little ways to improve.
Because here's the thing, with the way how I see it, like if you were to, like if you rate someone a 9, then you could just easily flip that 9 upside down and make it a 6.
Yeah.
And if you were to rate the person a 10, you could easily flip that 10 upside down and rate it just a 0.1.
Yeah.
But however, if you have an 8, you can flip it upside down. You just get an 8.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. So I'd go with 8.
Yeah.
Another thing too is that the most desirable men, like if you were to say, we're just making up men, like say Brad Pitt, is he going around talking about ugly women? He just goes after the woman he wants. That's a loser move.
Yeah.
To just, I mean, when I don't think that men realize what a loser they sound like when they're rating so many women. If a woman has a look that you don't like, well then stay away from her. It's not that hard. Mm-hmm. You don't have to rate every single person. What is that? It's a loser move. You don't see men
it's also,
that are
it's also a dick move too.
Yeah, you don't see men at the top of their game. Like Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio. You don't see him saying, "Oh, well, you're ugly, you're this. Why don't you put on this or take off your eyelash?" He doesn't do that. He just goes for the woman that he wants. That's what leaders do. That's what men that are on the top of their game do. They go for the women that they want. They don't just keep spending so much time talking about the women that they don't want. If you talk to leaders don't go to where they don't want. They go for what they want.
Yeah, and then you have Leonardo DiCaprio eating white cake while Django's doing slave work.
But you know what I'm saying? He doesn't.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, it's like
Leonardo DiCaprio has money.
But what I'm saying is that like I've done studies on men that are at the top of their game, people in general. And they interviewed this man that was a race car driver.
Oh, wait, race card or race car?
Car, CAR.
Oh, okay. I thought you said card. He plays the race card? Oh, my God.
No, that's my New York accent. So
I actually have a few friends, online that live in New York. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's my New York accent coming out when I get excited. But
Slighted.
Yeah, exactly. But they asked him, they said, okay, when there's a pileup on the track, how are you not becoming part of the pileup? And he said, what you do is you don't look at what you don't want. You look at where you need to go. You look at what you do want. If you look at that pileup, you're going to become part of the pileup. He said, look in the opposite direction and pull your car over to where there's no pileup, and then you won't be part of the pileup. That's what winners do. Mm-hmm. Winners look in the direction where they want to go. They don't keep looking at the pileup. They don't keep looking at what they don't want. They look at what they want, and they keep their eyes on the prize, and they know how to focus, and they know how to be intentional. So these guys don't know that when they keep talking about eyelashes and all this dumbness, they're making themselves look like losers. They look like losers.
Oh yeah.
Winners don't do that.
Nope, they sure don't.
You're
Because
telling the truth.
let me tell you, men with money, they're too busy to be rating women.
Exactly.
They're trying to make their money and stay on top. Why these losers that want to rate women? You see these guys online every single day talk about women this, women that. Like, dude, where's your job? Like they're sitting
Exactly.
there, talking about their truck drivers, and all that stuff. A truck driver stays busy on the road. He doesn't have.
I know somebody from Cincinnati who's a truck driver.
They don't have time to be on YouTube making videos when they're carrying cargo and they're on the road driving a big ass truck. They don't have time for that. But when a guy has a work, he doesn't have time. But a guy that has a lot of time on his hand that's on YouTube all the time, he doesn't have nothing going on with himself.
You sound like a girl.
Exactly.
You sound like Mean Girls. It's not masculine, and it's what losers do.
And on top of that, they don't have testosterone because you hear it in their voice.
Right.
When these guys sound, they have these high-pitched voices, and when a guy has testosterone, he's in his manhood. He, has that deep voice that can scare somebody from a mile away. These guys don't. Okay? They really don't.
I don't think they know how bad they sound, but to winners, they sound like losers because winners are on their purpose and they're focused, and they're not talking about lowly things like that. That's beneath them. They're they're announcing to the world what losers they are and what mean girls they are.
Mm-hmm.
If you're at the gym, if you're on your purpose, if you're working on your business or you're working on the cure for cancer, you don't have to worry about a person's eyelashes or what kind of hair they have. You're too busy for that. And they're making them they're announcing to the world, I'm a loser and I have a lot of time on my hands, and an idle mind is a devil's workshop. That's what they're doing.
I don't know who has the time on their hands to do YouTube when they should be working on money and working on getting their self together. They always talking about, I don't get this type of woman, and I don't get this, I don't get that. Oh, look at the kitty. Oh.
Is that your cat?
Yep.
Oh.
Just thought I'd showcase her while she's over here.
Oh, do you know Jay legit just got a new house? That's his new house.
Who?
Me.
Oh, okay.
That's his house. That's his new house.
As a matter of fact, it's me and my family's new house, and I just gave a tour earlier earlier in the beginning of my chill stream.
Yeah, he has a chill stream. You should subscribe to his channel. He's really good.
This chill stream for me was good. I mean, I was able to showcase gameplay. I had some buddies, be on the panel. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to get the pro, so that way I can, add more people, and just kind of like Diamond here does.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about it, and I'm just going to get the pro just for the hell of it, so that way I can add more people in that want to come in and hang out and chill.
In my opinion, these guys, they talk to women. Oh, what do you rate yourself? Because I had a guy ask me, what do you rate yourself? And I told him I rate myself a 10. So he jumps up and say, oh, so you're perfect. I never said I was perfect.
That's what I'm saying. It's a trap.
Yeah.
It's a trap. He's trying, no matter what number you would have given him, he would have had a negative spin on it.
Yes. He said, well, there's nothing you could change about yourself. I'm like, well, if I feel that I like myself the way I am, then I don't need to change anything about myself. I really don't. because I'm comfortable of who I am. I'm not going to change for a person. I'm still going to be me. Take it or leave it. You know,
Yeah.
what you see is what you get. Sorry.
I've seen you. Listen, I've seen you both. You know, like both face and
Mhm.
physical,
Mhm.
and there's nothing wrong with you. Not one bit.
Mm-mm. Nope. Because he tried to rate me as a 6, and I'm like, okay,
Who
that's
the hell rated you a 6? Wait, who
no,
said
because
that?
like, okay, so I'm gonna type in the private chat, right?
Uh-oh,
All right.
I can't see the private
So, so,
I won't say it out loud, but
we-
I'm just wondering, like, where's the context here?
yeah. So, he knows what I look like.
Oh, I get it. You know what? That guy can fall off a cliff and then land on a cactus butt first with no lube and get raped off it.
That was rude.
Huh?
Six my
That's
anus.
rude.
6 my anus.
Mm-hmm. Because they try to.
Oh, you know what? I'll just say this to piss that guy off. I'll say that, you know, say that Diamond here, she's like a 11 out of 10. Yeah, I said it. What's that?
Yeah,
what's
but
that-
but what is the
what's that guy
okay?
gonna do?
But when you
Look at that guy
rate
do that.
something, what is the criteria though?
The
Everybody has different criteria.
is based on body, looks, and personality for me. I mean, I'm just doing that just so I can piss that guy off and give her some more, you know, what do you call it? Motivation.
Okay, so the person who said that is not successful with women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're
the only woman he was successful with was his mother, but that's a different story.
but do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be rude.
Yeah,
but
I get it.
he has a proven record of not being successful with women, and it's pretty obvious that he lives with his parents and he's in his room.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, I still live with my parents, but at the same time, I know how to be a gentleman. But it's just that until you push my buttons, then we will have a problem. Like if you make things personal, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is that I am not opposed to people living at home with their parents.
No, me
But
neither.
I don't like when a person who's living at home with the protection and the financial security of their parents rate grown folks that work for a living that may not have time to go to the gym or do this or do that, or they may be on their grind. So it's you know, this person has a proven record of not being successful with women, and he is in the obese category,
Mm-hmm.
and he is very rough around the edges. And you know, if there's some flaw, in which there probably is, in his opinion of women, that would be that would show in his lack of success with women.
Mm-hmm.
He's not successful with women, so you know, again, men that have success with women don't talk like that.
Yeah.
That proves my point. Men that are successful with women don't talk like that. Do you hear Russell Simmons talking like that?
No, he got Sierra once he
Yeah.
divorced. You know,
You don't hear men that are winners talking like that.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to drink water. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm too hot for you. That's why your throat is dry.
I love this guy.
I know.
My cat is sitting next to me too.
I come off as both a what do you call it? Like I can be flirtatious with any woman, you know. I mean, it's just who I am.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He has a great personality. I have to tell you. Oh my God. But yeah, the whole rating system, you know, it needs to go. It doesn't make any sense. And I feel guys use this rating system to boost their ego.
Oh man, don't even start with when it comes to ego, man. I'm telling you. I mean, their egos could be so big; it's bigger than their zip code.
Oh goodness.
I'll even take a step further. You know how like when you give attention to the dead corpse that's in a casket at a funeral, and you know what the other guy that other guy's not getting attention, and you know what that guy's wishing? He wishes he was the dead corpse so he get more attention.
Yeah.
That's how pretentious their ego can be.
Oh my goodness, like these guys, but they're never happy. These guys are not happy individuals. They really are not, because they're looking for something that doesn't exist, especially not in their tax bracket, because the average man at least makes 33 to, I would say, 75,000 a year.
If they keep saving their money, you
Yeah.
make a good point.
Yeah, that's how much money that they save within that time period.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, even if these guys are successful, they sound like losers. They still sound like losers. As they claim that they are successful, because a successful guy that has money and have no problem getting women, a guy, period, whether he's a regular, you know, guy working at Walmart and he has no problem getting women, a guy would not talk like that.
Yeah, men that
Oh
can
my
get
God.
women, men that have charismatic personalities, they don't talk like that.
You just reminded me of something. I remember when someone used to call me someone for, you know, like a bagger or a door opener at Walmart, which is funny. I'm not gonna name drop. I'm just that just brought back some memories and flashbacks.
Yeah, it's understandable, because we all have those moments in our memories where we think of something what people, you know, said to us, just, you know, because to boost their ego. But these dudes are lame. They're so lame. And I ran into a couple of guys that are YouTubers. They are so lame, but they want to talk about other people's looks, and they sit here
Hey,
like
amen, Michael Ray. Amen.
a damn troll in the face.
Hey, Michael Ray. Amen, brother. Amen.
It's the only perfect person, Jesus. Yeah, these guys are chasing a fantasy. That's all the system is.
I'm gonna be muting myself for a few seconds, so don't worry about me. I'll be right back.
No, that's fine. It is all, they're chasing a fantasy that they will never get, because it's all an illusion. Like, it's easy for women like me and a Big Speed to get higher up in the rankings, because men are the ones that choose the women out of, you know, all the women. It's easy for a woman that is, you know, on a lower, you know, tax bracket to come up when a man has wealth. But it's harder for a man to come up on a woman, because a woman that has wealth, she wants a man to have, you know, more money than she brings into her home. And finding a man that is broke and can't, you know, provide that, you know, it's, you know, men are not going to get that, and this is why these guys are mad, and this is why
we've seen enough examples of women who made really good money, and they made their husbands their manager, you know, in air quotes, or you know, and it didn't work out. So we have enough examples of famous people that tried to help help a brother out, and it didn't work. So it's not a good practice. It doesn't work.
I'm talking about, you know, women that's in that celebrity, like
Right.
like when these celebrity women date down, they date men that still has money but is making less than them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how further down they go. But other than that, they don't go down. They don't go down to the regular smuggler man. They don't, because these guys cannot provide the lifestyle. And these guys are looking for women to provide their lifestyle. And to me, I'm just sitting there like, the guys cannot come up. It's, unless the woman, it is willing to have them come up. But in most parts, it's rare for a man to come up. It's very rare for them. Very rare.
Well, and if you're spending so much time worrying about eyelashes and what kind of hair somebody has, that's not
Mhm.
helping. You're not maximizing your time. You're
No,
not on your purpose.
no, because they don't have one.
Right, exactly.
They don't have one.
They
And
don't understand how bad they're making themselves look. And there's so many different things you could be doing with your time. And they have no idea how bad they're making themselves look. They think that this is funny, and they think that ha ha. And even if you think about the bullies in high school, where did they wind up? You know what I'm saying? The bullies that were laughing at the eggheads in high school, at the end of the day, what wound up happening when you go to the high school reunion?
yeah.
Those same bullies became like the school janitor. you know
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it's a loser move. And you're basically standing there pointing at yourself saying, I'm a loser, I'm a loser, I'm a loser. My
Mhm.
life is worthless. But I don't think that they realize that, but that's how they're making themselves look.
And it's probably all the guys that have been bullied in school that probably can't get the chicks. Uh, and they still hasn't came out of that. They still haven't came up. They're still, and let's think about it this way. Some bullies do get higher up in the ranks. They do get their wealth. And I'm not saying all of them, but bullies do make it and reach their goal to wealth because that was their goal in the first place versus the guys that's on YouTube. They still they're excuse me, they still are on YouTube complaining about women and why women you know are gold diggers and something like that instead of just finding a purpose within themselves. Because as a woman myself, I have a purpose in life, because if I didn't, I would not be here. If I didn't.
Right, right,
So my purpose in life is to stay out of poverty and keep myself afloat. If my goal is not to become rich, because that's not my goal. My goal is to, get a degree in my field and work in my field, and to stay afloat as as best as possible.
right.
That's why I have a goal. But you see these guys on YouTube, they don't have one because they never did. They're thinking about women too much because they were rejected. They were rejected most of their lives in middle school and high school. So they really don't come out of that. And this is why they, do this rating system, is to
I'm
boost
back.
their ego. Hey, welcome back.
I just heard.
And this is,
I
I'm
just heard you
sorry.
say something. I heard you say something real quick, and I gotta say this. The
Mhm.
thing about it is, when it comes to men on YouTube, like you are right. There's some men that have made videos, complaining about women and all that. And here's my take on that. Whenever I see a man complain about women because they're not having much problem, look, there are two ways you can go about this. You can vent to a friend online who's not a woman, or you can, if the woman is understanding and isn't, the person that you're meant to be with, although never know. Or you could just, just maybe do something other than making content on YouTube that has nothing to do with complaining about how women are and gold diggers, blah 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 blah. If you look at my content and you can look through through my unlisted playlists, like of all my unlisted videos I got, there's a lot of videos I've made over the years, like after the last 3 years. And at the end of the day, I don't think I've ever once, bashed on women by any means. And when it comes to those people, when they do that, that's on them, not on me. You know why? Because I'm focusing on one goal on YouTube, and that's getting 100K. I mean, and I'm not gonna. And the thing is, when I interact with other communities, sure, it could help grow my audience, but at least I'm interacting in more communities than ever, so I can actually build the audience that I'm deserving. See, I've got one goal in mind, and I'm not trying to please men or please women. I'm doing it to help myself and please the people that like my content, no matter which gender.
Yeah. And I left the link to the to someone's channel that in the private chat.
Yeah.
And this is the guy that talks about me a lot because and he got upset, J Man, because he showed an old video of Miss Elite when I first saw your face and I told you that you were very handsome. He got he got into his feelings about that.
Wait, hold on. He got hurt because I'm more better looking than he is.
That's what he put up, and he tried to.
Dude, I mean, like if you're that offended that I'm better looking than you, then hey, that's your problem, not mine. I mean, if that guy's got a low self-esteem, then that's on him to work out. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. I'm the best looking man on the planet.
So on his
even she knows it too, and I just met her.
Yeah, and it on that video it says Diamond Princess exposed again because
exposed for what? Because she has great taste in seeing good looking men like myself.
I told him, but here's what I told him. I told him in his comment section, you wish that I would compliment you the same way I compliment this guy. Because this guy, he, put up a Photoshop picture of me on his channel and talking about my looks and all that stuff. I like this guy, he has a straight up.
Wait a minute, he altered your picture?
Yeah.
What?
I've seen it. It's pathetic.
Why did he do that?
Wait, isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious because he's got a lust for her. He wants her. He's just trying to get under her skin just so that way he can have her, and mess with her head.
I heard from an anonymous tip that he wants to chase people off of YouTube. I talked to a certain YouTuber on this channel that on YouTube that he does not like.
Listen, people can love me or hate me, but you got to respect, the passion and work I do on both my channel and other people's content. In fact, I've helped a lot of people grow, whether in viewer numbers or in certain, shows or whatever I do. If this guy has seen me and my work, sure, I'm in a lot of controversial ways that it's either affected others or myself and my reputation. But yet I always, pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep on moving forward.
Exactly.
I could easily play circles around this guy, and I could easily beat him with no sweat. And if he has a problem with it, then hey, it's not my problem because I don't know this guy because he's irrelevant to me. And if he is irrelevant to me, then his existence does not matter to me because he's just nothing more than a stalker, essentially.
Yeah, I'm the only woman that he talks about on his channel. But
what?
Yep.
That's the equivalent of a stalker.
Well, is his channel even still up?
Yep.
I didn't even know that because I haven't
The link is
I
right
have
there. Check it out.
I
It's a-
haven't been getting notifications. I don't know.
Wait, what are you speaking through? From a phone?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a way you can go to, like, you can go to chat, and then you can go to the left and click on the words that say private chat, and then you'll see the link.
Okay. I see the link, but I don't want to.
Oh,
Go
because
ahead, go ahead and go ahead and copy and paste it. You know, like
Okay.
copy and save it to your notes or something if you got a smartphone.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, because it can kick her out of the live stream.
Yeah. I'm scared to. This
Yeah.
phone
Wait,
is kind of old.
Wait, are you on a smartphone like an iPhone, for instance?
No, not an iPhone, but this phone is kind of old, and
Oh,
you know, I just, yeah, I don't want to mess up everything. I have kind of
okay.
old. I have a bunch
Gotcha.
of phones, but this phone here is the only one. It didn't even update my avatar because I put a picture on my avatar, but it's not showing up on.
Is my avatar showing by any chance?
Yes.
It says a
Good.
J. Yeah.
Yeah, with a blue flame in the background.
Yeah, I got to try to figure out a way because I have like a little avatar. It's actually a picture of me, but it has like translucent, type of yeah. It's in the chat, but it's not coming up on this.
Hmm.
It's a picture of me though. It's just like with a translucent background, but you can see my face. I don't know why it doesn't show up on here.
Well, sometimes I heard StreamYard is messing up on a lot of.
Oh, I could see. Oh, I could see it now. It's actually. Hold on, let me try some real quick. And I know it might look creepy, but please, bear with me, okay?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, hang on a second. Wait. Oh, here it is. All right, I got to get rid of something real quick. Yes. And photo library.
See, see, I'm not that savvy on my phone.
Mhm.
I'm not that
Is it
savvy
this?
on my phone. What, for me?
Yeah. Is it this?
Okay. Yes, that's it. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
that's-
I had to copy, I had to like click on the picture of your comment, and then I saved it to my phone.
Yeah, see, that's me. That's a picture of me. And it's just like
Nice,
that's actually a picture of me.
nice locks.
Yeah, I had braids.
But still,
And
they're
I think-
locks either way.
Yeah, and I think Diamond Princess, she saw a picture of me because I think that I was on the phone with her for like 4 hours and I was braiding my hair the whole time.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then at the end, I showed you and Alexander, so y'all saw me, walking around my apartment, so y'all got a chance to see me. But yeah, that's actually me. I just don't know how to put it on the damn thing.
Give me a second.
Yeah. How were you able to copy that again?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I went to the live chat. I zoomed in carefully, and then I hold my thumb on the picture of the comment that she made, and then I added it to my photos, and that's how I did it.
Oh, okay. That's wow. Shoot. Hey, Alex, what do you have to say about the rating?
I think it's also nonsense also because women still get abused and also here's the thing, they having a black femicide rally on August the 27th of this month, and I hear black women talking about that, and I'm starting to see, and this right here is it's like the
Angel
problem.
Charms.
Oh shoot! I haven't.
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, there are so many people that I don't know. I only know
Angel
Diamond
Charms, my
Princess.
Nubian queen.
Oh,
Keep going,
I mean-
Alexander. Keep going.
Yeah, just ignore me. I'm just being annoying.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, I just start to get to know J-Man,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can call me J-Man if you want.
oh, okay. Yeah, I think that J Man is a cool white dude, and I think if
Thank
I
you.
think, and I think if a black woman finds him attractive, I think that he'll find her attractive too. Um, But and like I said, I only know Diamond Princess, AB, Big C, Michael Ray, and others on this channel. But yeah, um, and when and what you're saying is right, Diamond Princess, because look at the murder rates of of black women right now as we speak, and
Mhm.
it's going to get higher because of men like Kevin Samuels on YouTube that don't want to talk about the real issues, and that was frustrating me the most. How can you talk about how can you just put down the women who basically don't want to marry down, but when it's so, but when it's but when there's someone else, you want to rate them higher. To me, I'm starting to think that maybe black men are the problem. I'm starting to think that big time.
Here's the thing, and now it's not only black women that's dying by the hands of black men. It's also non-black women that are starting to die in the hands of
Oh yeah.
men too. Like I think women now are getting it across the board. Angel Charms, welcome back. I haven't seen
But
Nubian.
you in
this
a
is
long.
somebody else. This is the Charm Life.
No, this is
Hello.
Angel Charm. She's just
No,
Oh,
using a
is it?
different name.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up.
yeah,
Yes,
sometimes we switch our names from time to
Oh
time.
my god. I did a mixed joke earlier in my chill stream, but it wasn't too racist. I was just being funny. Just I like to joke around with one of my friends who's, Hispanic, and he's a sweetheart.
So, Angel Charms, what do you think about this whole rating system? Because I see you commenting on the girl. I want to hear your thoughts.
um,
Tall rating.
I don't really pay attention to it that much. It's not that important to me. As far as Kevin
I've
Samuel,
I've actually seen Angel
um,
Charm's face, and she's actually not that bad.
She is a
She's
beautiful
thank
woman.
you.
That's her. That's
As-
actually her in that picture.
yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
As
that's
far
I
as
got
Kevin,
mixed. I got mixed up because it says Angel Charms in the chat, and then it was a different, and it says the Charm Life. So I was just looking at the names. I just got mixed up.
no, I like it.
yeah, that's the name I had on the last live stream. I just didn't change it when I got up here.
it's kind of
Oh,
funny
okay.
because I'm surprised your name isn't Lucky Charms because if a man was with you, they'd find you magically delicious.
I actually do have a man, but yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. I hope he's taking care of you.
We
He-
just recently started talking. Someone I knew when I was 22.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay. All right.
it's
Oh, look
20
at
Yeah.
years, huh?
He finally came around and realized I should have been the one back then.
Still possible.
Oh yeah, we're working toward that now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Huh?
Congrats.
Oh, thank you. But Kevin Samuels, I find it strange that most of his followers are women who were there listening to him berate them. I don't get that.
yeah, like, oh goodness. I don't understand that either. Why they come on the show? Because I'm thinking that either these women are getting paid to be on his show, or they just have low self-esteem about themselves.
Did you see his the little video with him and Nicki Minaj?
Yes, I have. Oh my god, I really did not want to comment on that because
Or
I think
Mickey
it's giving him more
Massage.
clout. I think it's giving him more clout than he needs it.
I was just surprised how he was saying that his teachings have what he has had like 10 marriages based on his teachings.
Wait a
I
minute,
just
what?
huh?
Say that again. What was that?
He claims to, because of his teachings, there are 10 black couples that got married because of his teachings.
10 black couples that got married because of his
Out of a
teachings.
million, that's a drop in the bucket. That's minuscule.
Yeah, that's like that's another portion of a needle in the haystack for you.
He's very proud of that, though.
He's very proud of
And-
that. Well, guess
Is
what?
he very?
No,
he-
he's been divorced 3 times.
Okay.
Wait, he's been divorced 3 times, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's pretty. Well,
And I
you know
don't
what? That's kind
understand
of weird. How he could help 10 black couples get together and all that, but yet he can't keep a marriage either. More than not like little less than 3.
Well, as they say, those who can't teach.
Those who can't do, teach.
Mm-hmm.
Or those who can't teach can reach. Oh wait, that's a different story for another time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but in my opinion, his rating system, from what I saw, the reason why women go to him because they want to get his opinion on their dating options on men. And after these women tell him their business and all that stuff, he starts going in on their looks, how they present themselves, and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, like get to the point. Show these women, how they get a man and what can they do to avoid Dusties. No, he's telling women. He is actually telling women you should go from the bottom of the barrel men. What? Why would you encourage women to date losers? Like, why would you encourage women to be in these abusive relationships where these men are not productive in society? Hi, women who doesn't exist to you. Do you want to come up? I can
Have we ever talked to Michael Ray?
Huh?
Have we ever talked to Michael Ray?
I tried to get him up here, but he's camera shy.
Oh,
What?
he's shy.
What in the world?
Is Kevin Samuels is teaching them to date the
Wait.
bottom of the-
Wait. Who is this in the live chat?
Any sisters in that?
All right.
Wait. Oh, wait a minute. I think I remember this person. Like, I think I met her before.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just that picture caught me off guard.
Oh.
Hey, listen. If I'm like a little, like paranoid when it comes to certain people, I apologize.
Yeah, because people be showing their yin yang.
They're what?
Their yin yang, like their dicks.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
a yin yang is something like you mean wing wang. You mean wing wang,
Mm-hmm.
not yin yang.
Has
That's
it
like-
happened to you yet, Diamond Princess?
Nope, because I don't have people up here on my channel that often, and I only invite the people that I know up on my panel.
Hey, and Diamond, you know why I think they go to him? I think they still stuck in the black love sort of thing. They still stuck on that.
And
But
not only that, they want to go back to the 1950s where a woman did not work. She has to beg. They want the woman to, go to a man because women don't have a choice in the matter but to marry a man and all that stuff. They want to go back to the 60s.
60s was actually a good, era. Not gonna lie.
But they're not talking about that. They talk about a woman meeting them.
I know what you mean. But in my view, I just think the 60s was a pretty good era in a sense for both music and movies and all that.
My dad and mom lived the 60s.
Did they live through it? Because my parents were born in '69, so they were just infants when it was ending.
Yeah, Yeah, they my parents met in the 80s. No, they met in the 70s, actually. I think the 70s, because my mom was born in 55, I believe, and my dad was born in 47. I think they met in the late 70s, early 80s. But either way, you know,
My
that's
parents graduated in 71.
they want where the women didn't have a choice, where women had no choice but to become housewives and cook and clean because they want women in the kitchen. That's what they want, women in the kitchen. That's all it is.
It's, so, so what I'm understanding is that they don't want to cook for themselves. So what on earth are men doing watching Gordon Ramsay in the first place since they don't want to cook nothing?
They're lazy.
You got a good point, man.
They don't want to learn. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They want women to do everything for them while they come home and sit on their ass and the woman has to cook and clean and all that stuff. But you're not being a traditional man if you're not helping out the woman with the kids. You're not doing your part in helping clean the house because you mess it up too. So when you mess up yourself, you expect the woman to clean up after you? Absolutely not. As women, when we have kids, we clean up behind the kids. Even that, we tell the kids to clean up behind themselves. But mostly we clean up behind the kids, not grown folks. We don't do that here. We don't clean up after grown men. Now, a man that lived up under his mother, because most of these men on YouTube, they were raised by single mothers. So they have their mothers pick up after them, clean their room, wash their clothes, without them taking any responsibilities for their own actions. So they expect women to do everything for them. I'm like, bullshit, nigga. You gotta do the same thing I'm doing.
When you start saying that, then that's when things get real.
Yeah, it does. Because these men were like, oh, this is why you can't get a man, you can't get married, because you don't clean, you don't cook, you don't clean, you don't want to give your man peace and all that stuff. You always gotta start shit. The reason why women start shit in your household because you don't want to do nothing.
Plus, you don't know how to, get your house in order. That's another thing.
If you go into a man's house and he has his socks all over his living room, all over his bed, dishes in the sink, or even if he had dishes to begin with, because I heard that a woman went to a guy's house, right? He only had paper plates, spoons and forks, and
Wait. I need to ask you something, Diamond. Does this guy does he actually wash the paper plates too?
I have no clue, but this dude.
Well, let me ask you another question. Is this guy like so ignorant he's got a broom so far up his rectum that it's coming out of his mouth and blocking his ability to speak too?
Oh God. Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on with dudes nowadays.
Hey Jay, how you doing, man?
Not getting their shit together, but a guy is bringing to his girl's house, don't have no silverware, the proper silverware, don't have proper dishes, don't basically when you bring a woman together, you're supposed to have all that. Don't have, cups and all that stuff is a loser. How can you be a guy that makes six figures but don't have one dish to eat out of in your kitchen? It's like, excuse me, if you make a lot of money, how come you do not have the proper silverware for us to have when we're eating dinner, but you have plastic plates and all that stuff? I was like,
So what say you, a woman that doesn't exist to you?
Okay, so I have to admit, I came in like just a few minutes when you started discussing about how basically men and their rating of women not too long ago, and it to me it's pretty apparent that they are they lack respect and they are jealous of black women. And black women now, they are starting to see the patterns of their behavior, and that they constantly want to put us down and try to demean us of the opportunities that we accomplish. It's like everything that we do for us to better ourselves and for our future, they always try to find something to put us down. And especially when it comes to like dating, for example, they want to ask this question: oh, what do you offer? What do you bring to the table? Really? Yet, when it comes to other races of women that they are obsessed, they will never ask that type of question. They won't,
They won't.
because they have more, I don't know if I should say respect, but they desire their skin color. So their skin color alone is enough for them to treat them the way they treat them. And some of them, not all, but some of them don't deserve them, because they know that all they have to do is just bring their skin color and they can treat them just as worse as some of these women that they claim they had a bad relationship with. All they had to do was that. So they're very colorist and kind of borderline racist in a way. And
Mm.
energy that the negative energy that they bring towards a black woman, they won't bring it to other women of other races. But they don't realize that they may be underhanded. They just feel like, oh, okay, they just want to escape us. And it's really a shame that they they lack respect for us, and they are envious of our accomplishments. They are envious of the fact that Goldman Sachs and other investors are investing in black women. They say, you know what, if your own race of men are not valuing you, we value you. So that's why the divestment movement and all these other movements are coming apart, because they they realize that they are worth more and they deserve more. So they hate the fact that they can't break 50-50 on a date. They hate the fact that we have options, that we don't have to settle. We don't have to settle for paper plates. We don't have to settle for any disrespect, for any gaslighting. They don't have to, so we're waking up and we're expanding our options.
I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead.
And if you don't provide, then we're gonna automatically divest, and that's what it is. They hate us. They hate us because they can't take advantage of us the way they could back in the 1950s or 30s or whatever. They can't do that. So now that we're having those opportunities, we can actually expand our options. And they're mad because they it's like they're competing with women. It's like they're able to expand their options way more than men can. And if they do expand their options, let's say it will be some of the bottom of the barrel women of other races that their men do not want. So, yeah.
So, what do you think about men rating women on a scale from 1 to 10? Because it basically it's mostly about looks than it is and body image more than personality. So, what do you think about the rating system?
It's a fictitious beauty scale that that society has made up to try to put women of color all the way down, because they never respect us. The thing about the reason why they want to escape to other races of women is because our skin color remind them of the struggle. The fact that like you said, the majority of them, they were raised in single parent homes. They never had a father around. So um, when they were raised by their mother, they were raised in dilapidated areas. They just had to go through so much and everything. And but what they don't realize is that these women that gave birth to these men, they were the mother and a father to their sons. So they did whatever they had to do. And they were in unfortunate circumstances, being in dilapidated areas, not being in schools that can offer quality education, and just going into these, areas that are just terrible and for their life and their livelihood. So they automatically, so when they rate these women, it's simply because these, even though we're not all the same, they do that because the women, that the other races of women that they're trying to get, they automatically equal them as like opportunity, as access to certain resources. So because of that, they rate them as a 10, while they rate us as a 1 or even nothing. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, it's all to, it's like I said, it's to put women down, and to, have us think about ourselves, like what is wrong with us, when there's nothing wrong with us, it's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with how they see themselves as individuals. Well, I would say collective. Um, to me, this is how they see themselves, as when they see their big nose, their full lips, and
Big nose. What are we talking about? Pinocchio?
no, because to them, they want to see European features, and
Uh-huh.
but and most Black women, we don't have that. So they put us down based on that, and that's why this whole beauty rating system was created. To it was created to put women of color, down, but now they're doing it to other races of women too. They're not doing it as much, but it's kind of doing the same thing, because it's like I said, these guys are losers. They don't have nothing else to do with their lives. They can't you know find hobbies or anything to do with their life, because they don't have any ambition. They don't have any goals to where they can be successful in having successful relationships with women. And I was also talking about, with plastic surgery, when that is going on, because and this is, and I don't understand. This is an illusion that guys have. They think these women were born naturally like that, when in reality they weren't. They went to the doctor to get enhancements. But when they see women that has these nose jobs, and they get these eye lifts, these brow lifts, and their lip fillers, they look to other. They look for regular women for those type of features, because they, in their mind, they think that stuff is real. In actuality, normal women, regular women, like the women on the panel right here, including me, we don't have these type of features, because for one, who looks like that, and two, these women went to the doctor to get these results. So when a man is disappointed that regular women like us don't have these features, they want to say, "Oh, you ugly, you're a 6, you're a 3, you're a 5, and all that stuff, just to put us down, because this is how we were born. This is how we were born. It's like I said, I rate myself as a 10, because I am comfortable of the way I am, and that's not going to change. You could take it or leave it. That's your problem, not mine. Okay? Because how I see myself, how I view myself is important to me. It doesn't matter what anybody else says or what society says, because they always want to go by, but society says this. I don't give a fuck what society says. Society can kick my motherfucking ass.
Hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
like you guys are worried about what society's saying. I don't. I can care less. You guys are. But
I don't care about what society says. I just want to be me.
yeah, I just want to be me. This is who I am. You can take it or leave it. Boo hoo, crocodile tears. I don't care.
Boo hoo, crocodile tears. That's freaking funny.
So
Yeah.
what was Angel Charm's take on this?
Oh, I don't care either. It's not what YouTube is not a place where I go for someone's approval or anything like that. I don't care. I just listen, I comment. It has no effect on my life.
Yeah, whatsoever. Like,
What do you think of the men? What do you think of the men that do get on and come and make these types of comments? What thoughts come to mind?
They're not happy with themselves, and they want someone to fix them, and they're looking for imaginary women that don't exist, or plastic ones.
Yeah, basically they want women to fix them like we're therapists because because in their minds we're docile, we're kind-hearted women that will take on their problems, when in actuality women are actually getting tired of it, because every time we do try to help them, they don't want to change. They feel like they're it's like something they want to break us down emotionally and physically. So this is the reason why I feel that women should not help men. I believe men should help themselves and improve themselves so they can move on with their lives. And I kind of and you still have women out here today that still want to fix a man. They still want to, help this man to get where he's at. And I'm just like, the more you do that, the more it's going to break you down as a person. And you're going to feel exhausted and worn out because this person, you're draining all your energy on this one person, where this person is like, he's not even doing anything. He wants you to do everything for you. It's just, in the words of K. Michelle, you can't fix a man. If he doesn't want help, what can you do? If he doesn't want to improve himself, what can you do? There's nothing you can do but to let him go. And I think that's a practice that every woman should do. Let him go.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to do a video on StreamYards, not on YouTube yet, but I'm doing it on StreamYards, and I'm going to advocate for Black women who has common sense not to be at the BLM protest, not to march for Black men, because when a Black woman gets killed by a Black man, there ain't no marches for them. They up there saying, what did she do? Or out there saying mental health and everything else. That's why I have a problem with the BLM movement. And to be honest, I'm happy that BLM is getting investigated. I'm happy.
Oh, they're being investigated?
Yep.
Well, about time.
Every 5.5 hours, Black women are getting murdered by the hands of our men.
Oh,
Yet,
yeah.
every 5.5 hours. And yet, our own men won't step up and protect us.
Because they're not.
Because they're cowards.
They're not. They're not. And I'm going to
Let me tell you
why.
something.
Because, hold on, Jay, give me 1 second.
Go ahead.
And there's a guy that commented, actually, a woman showed a comment of this guy because a woman got murdered in the hands of a Black man, which was her boyfriend. And he said, I'm glad that Black women are dying every 5 hours.
Oh
We
my
should,
God.
yeah, we should speed it up to for Black women to get killed every 30 minutes.
Are you freaking serious?
I'm
Wow.
serious.
Let me tell you something. I don't care what color anybody would come off. You know, in my view, like if you try and murder somebody like in front of me, even regardless of skin color, you could bet your last bottom dollar that you'll be going first if I see it happen in front of me.
Uh, exactly, but this is how
I mean, the thing is, I don't usually give my opinion on certain societies or cultures, but this is how how certain men, whether you're black or white or whatever, they have to treat the women. Then by all means, that's disgusting.
it is. It's a disgusting way of thinking, but this is how most men in our communities think, and this is how most of them behave, and this is why Black women don't want to deal with them anymore because of this kind of talk, because of this kind of behavior. One of us gone, but in my opinion, this is my opinion, you know at the end of the day, what's that's going to solve? How what is that going to do? Uh, if you kill Black women, like that doesn't change y'all behaviors. It hasn't changed. You guys are dating out, and that has not changed y'all behaviors at all. You're killing other women of other races too.
And
So
when, oh,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, and what they don't realize, as I mentioned before, these other races of women, they know that these men are dysfunctional. They have a target. They're predators. Not, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying some of them are predators because, as I was mentioning before, all they have to do is just show their skin color and just have no ambition. Like literally, like there were some videos on TikTok that says, "Look, I'm just light skinned or I'm just this race or whatever. I don't have any ambition. All I just want to do is just look cute and have a high value NFL player." And she got what she had, and when she had what she had, she treat him like crap, and he takes it. He takes it for the simple fact, not because of her character, but simply her color. That's basically what it is. All she had to do is just do nothing for herself. Don't aspire to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever the case may be. That's all she needed to do. Bring her looks, treat him like crack, and then that's what it is. But she treats him the way he does is because he's desperate for a woman of a I don't want to say a woman of no color because it sounds kind of offensive, but women of another race. But what they don't realize is that these women of other races were rejected by high caliber, high quality, high value men of their own race. So they treat them like crap. To I don't want to say revenge on women of men of their own race, but they treat them that way because they're frustrated as a frustration. So it's like they're kind of like a these black men are kind of like a therapy to these women, so they can do whatever they want to them, and they're gonna take it because that's all you cherish. My skin color. That's all you cherish. That's it.
Yeah, and to add on to that, there was a woman that also she's a YouTuber. She has more subscribers than I do. Um, she uh, she also points to comments of when she was that whole what's her name, Theta Newton or Thandi Newton, when she was apologizing for stealing roles from Black women and all that stuff. And there was a comment, under that post saying that I used to be I used to be that way, thinking that I was better than Black women, and because Black men were giving me attention, and and blah blah blah. And I finally realized that Black men don't treat me any different. They treat me, the same as if they, were with a Black woman. So, I regret, putting making fun of Black women, thinking I was better. And it just goes to show you that, just because a certain man gives you attention, that doesn't mean he's going to treat you better than the woman he was with. That's not the case. You have to vet the man, vet them, because at the end of the day, they're going to disrespect you.
And I actually agree, you know, and um, and I agree with you too, Michael. Right? I want Black women to find love and appreciation, marriage and happiness. But the thing of it is, most Black women are not understanding black the Black men's behavior is getting them killed by the dozens. How I mean, the thing of it is, they want to complain about the white man. So bad. Black women who are Black male identified want to complain about the white man way too much and not seeing the bigger picture. I think that's the problem that is going on, and that's why I'm glad for the femicide march that's going to happen on August 27th, because finally Black women are going to speak out and and tell the world what's really going on.
Here,
Oh,
here's the thing. Okay, does I'm not going to talk because I want other people to have their chance to talk. Because I know I'm the host, but I want everybody to have to say what's on their mind. So does anybody else want to go?
I've already said my piece.
Me too for right now.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead while y'all, think about what you guys gonna say. Uh, this goes to other races of men too, because men are men at the end of the day. Because men, like, let me tell you something. There's assholes in every race. I don't care what skin tone it is. If uh, if a man feels that you ain't worth anything, he's gonna treat you like that. You know, it's so important for women to vet every man, because you see divestors on the channel saying, "Oh, white men are the best. They're the better choice." I do agree that they are. However, there are exceptions to the rules. There are white men that are very successful and that are family oriented and take care of their families. But you have the other side of white men that are are very dusty. They think just like a Black man. They feel that women are not deserving of everything. They also feel that you know that women should bow down to them. And that goes back to that loser mentality. And we have, as women, we have to be careful when it comes to worshiping men, because we like to say, "Oh, this man is better just because of skin tone." No, at the end of the day, men are men. You just have to pick the right man for the job. And you don't want a man just going to rate you and all that stuff, because uh, a man, because guys are going to be guys at the end of the day, but a man, if you're confident in yourself, and you're the finest shit on God's green earth, uh, a guy would be like, you're a 6, you're a 3, you ain't all that. That's because he's insecure about himself. It's not just he feels that you're not good looking. It's because he don't have nothing going on with himself. So he is going to try to put you down and say, "Oh, you're not all that." But in my opinion, if you have the confidence enough to, ignore that and move on with your life, you want to like what he's saying would not matter to you because you know who you are as a person. You know that you're a dime. So whatever he don't want, another person will get that. Another person will appreciate you because he didn't seem to appreciate you when he was with you. He didn't seem appreciated when you were willing to give up your time and your looks for him. So in that case right there, that's just a mentality of a loser that somebody don't appreciate your worth or your time and your youth because he just want to waste it and move on to the next woman that and waste her time.
These manospheric men are seeking retribution. That's what they're doing. They're seeking revenge on black women. I
For
remember
what? That just doesn't make any sense. Revenge for what? Because for existing? Is that it?
they just feel like because they had that one bad relationship with this woman that the majority of the times they may have caused, they feel like all women are the same, like all women are all types of thoughts, all types of B words, and all types of derogatory names of the book based on that one experience that they had on Instagram, or that one experience that they had with this chick in the club or the chick in the street. And it's just whatever that happened between them, he hasn't healed from that. He hasn't taken any accountability. He doesn't want to look into the reflection back at staring back at him in the mirror. So what does he do? He just goes like where everybody go to the toxic manosphere, talk crap about black women, create this narrative, and and um, just basically have this jealousy, this hatred towards black women, because they don't want to take accountability. So they easily deflect, like like a child that they are, and it just continues to go. And it's really dumb and it's really stupid. And other races of men are making them look bad because they're speaking out and they're tired of the bull crap. And I was listening to a man call up this fake dating coach and say that he says, and I don't want to say he's speaking primarily about us, but he was telling this dating coach was the dating coach is black, but he's a fraud. He's a manospheric fraud, but whatever. He told him he said that he can take the most he can how can I say like a feminist. He can take these type of women that are just I don't want to say masculine identified, but just and then make them very feminine in a way where he can provide for the woman. He can have them rest in their femininity. He can actually transform that. And I don't want to say like, how can I say it sounds kind of braggadocious, but in a way it's like he he's exercising his masculinity where it's just I
You
can
know
provide
what?
for you.
I agree with my friend in the live chat. I agree.
Oh, this okay.
Yeah, that guy. I agree with him 100%.
Oh,
But go ahead, Ed. I'm sorry if I interrupted.
oh, okay. So basically, he just called in and just basically exposed this fraud of a dating coach, and just basically said that your beliefs and your warped beliefs that you have against women and that you don't value them, I could take that same woman that you're disrespectful and then provide her the life that you would never provide. So that's how he was paraphrasing it to to a big content creator. So that just goes to show you that you can wallow in self pity. You can put the blame game and deflect and everything about black women, but we have options now. It's like what you don't do, other races of men will do, and they will do 10 times fold, and they have wealth behind their name. So you're just going to dissipate into thin air, you know. So some of these black women, they still they're not 100% ready to automatically divest. However, they're raising their standards. It's like whatever their standards are, one or two standards that they have, it's like you don't meet them, they're going to automatically divest. The whole world is basically divesting from black men, period. So, you know, they're just going to, they're not, if you don't want to compete, accept defeat, period.
Yeah, exactly. You are right
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah.
Because the best men will take the job, and we always say that may the best man win. You know, hopefully, you know, that he will be the best man for you. We always say that because as black women, we always get the bottom of the barrel men. Because that we feel that we can't do any better than what we can do. And that's when, you know, when we talk about, you know, dating out and dating other races of men, the lower of the barrel white men sees that we're talking about white men because we're not being specific. They're going to say that, hey, if they, you know, are going to accept black men, bottom of the barrel black men, they're going to accept us too. And that's something that we have to, you know, look out for. That's something that we have to, you know, we have to be specific on what type of men we want. You know, and I'm glad there are black women that, you know what I'm saying, there are specific men that they want when it comes to, you know, being provided for. However, we put too much skin tone into this, and I think we need to move away from that. Because when we say that we want other races of men, what okay, there's different categories in race of men too. There's upper class, there's middle class, and there's lower class. Which one are you talking about? Because we're putting too much emphasis in skin tone. Because lower the 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 men, the white, the non-black men feel like they're going to have a leg up in getting the black woman, and I'm talking about the bottom of the barrel white man, is because they feel like, you know, she's going to accept me because, you know, she doesn't have any other option. She can't get the best man, but she prefers the white man, so I have a better chance. And we have to be careful with that. We have to be careful with our wording. We have to be careful what we say.
Yeah.
A big speed. Do you have anything to say? I know you've been quiet for the longest.
No, I'm just glad that that most people are not really paying attention to these men, and it's pretty much an echo chamber, and they're just basically showing what losers they are because
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're messing up.
don't
You're messing up a big speed.
move like that.
She's Roboto.
Yeah, you're borging.
And
You're borging.
You're Borging. Oh, from Star Trek.
Yeah, you're borging.
You'll return this drone back to the Borg.
Mhm.
Diamond, I have to go. Thank you for having me on. I got to take a phone call.
No problem. You have a nice day.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody have a good night. Bye.
You too.
J-Man, do you agree with this comment? White men have been chasing black women for love for centuries.
I can't necessarily confirm or deny that, but I will say this though. There have been cases where it's also been the other way around, with the colors being the other way around too. Facts.
Because you see, because that's what mostly black men desire white women.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. it's also been the other way around.
Yeah, but we're talking about white men and black
I know.
women. So basically, what Michael is saying is that
I'll be right
white
back.
men,
I just need to get my phone charged.
okay, what Michael is saying is that white men has wanted access to black women for years, which they have. It wasn't a problem. Uh, but the thing, and we're talking about romantically. We're not talking about rape. We're not talking about slavery. We're not talking about a fetish. We're not talking about that. We're talking about in a romantic interest. But with black women, we've been stuck on, stick to your race thing, where it has been ingrained with us that we had to stick with our own race because, if you don't, then you consider a traitor to your own race and you don't love your own black men. So that's been sticking with us for the longest. But it's 2022. Things are changing. Black women are opening up their options to non-black men more now. So that's a good thing. We don't have to, it's not an option to stick with our race anymore. That's a good thing. So I'm glad that more black women are, opening up their options and giving other races of men a chance. But does that make non-black men better than white men? No. It's just that we are looking for the best man to do the job because we don't want to live in poverty anymore. We already know what it's like to live in poverty. It just brings a lot of destruction and nothing comes out of it. Who brought the interracial marriage issue to the SCOTUS? Loving V, VA, WM. A white man wanted his black wife.
What is SCOTUS, by the way? I think when he's saying who brought the interracial marriage issue to the SCOTUS, Loving versus, I don't know what VA.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Loving versus. Oh, okay. I see what he's saying now. Yeah, see, they're trying to bypass that because they think the civil rights movement has something to do with that, giving them free access to white women, but that's not the case. It was the Loving family. The Loving family was the one that brought it to the courts because they weren't allowed to get married. Like interracial unions was not common back in the 50s and the 60s. So Loving, Virginia, they had to fight for their marriage. And that's when they broke, that's when the Supreme Court was saying, this is unconstitutional to not marry somebody based off their race. So they said, interracial marriages are accepted now. And that has to do with Loving in Virginia, not the civil rights movement. Yeah, I know about the Songs of Solomon. I seen that. Yeah, I read the Bible. I know the Song of Solomon. But black men, they don't want to give credit to that. They want to give credit to the civil rights movement for breaking, immigration, breaking segregation. Excuse me. But the thing is that had nothing to do with it. Because the civil rights movement has to do with racial discrimination and being treated unfairly. That was basically what the civil rights movement was. It has nothing to do with interracial marriage and all that stuff. That was something different. But Loving in Virginia, broke that barrier for people of color to get married. Yeah, it's a love story. My great grandparents married around the Civil War. He was a white man. She was a black woman in Virginia, married in West Virginia. Oh, that was uncommon back in the day. To that, and that was against the law. If you were caught, marrying somebody outside of your race, that was a consequence to that. So I don't know how they got away with that, but that was pretty, sneaky. So yeah. Did anybody else want to add to the stream?
A Diamond Princess, uh, there is a I just want to say for the black women who's having trouble finding the Black Femicide March on Google, you have to type in Black Femicide with the march to find it, and the tickets are free. You have to. I think they have to. You have to speak out against the rape that you're getting killed in because we I've been hearing black men are the victims for far too long, and to me as a black man it makes me look weak. Let's just say that it makes black men like me who are not doing the crime look weak. That's all I'm saying. And it's a and I think it's a crime that we focus on black men issues instead of black women's issues. I and because the woman who is in Black Femicide, she was on MSNBC talking about Black Femicide. And I'm starting to think, oh, so now the mainstream wants to talk about Black Femicide now. Okay, I see the bait and switch. And and the thing of it is, I'm hoping that, and Diamond, I'm hoping that you and the black women and J Man will be at the rally because this is the time for black women to tell the world about who is actually the victims in the black community,
Yeah.
because now I'm hearing pregnant black women getting killed. I'm hearing black women and their children getting killed by black men. I'm also hearing the children getting shot and drive-bys. I mean, this has got to stop. Uh, Enough with this BLM thing, because defunding the police, that's not helping us. That's not helping us at all. And I think we need to tell these women on YouTube who siding with black men that defunding the police is not helping. Is that's all. And and another thing, I'm seeing black women getting evicted from Section 8 because other communities do not want to deal with the crime that might happen. And and here's the thing, it's a business, and if you and in a business you're gonna have people that wants to come and live there. They do not want to be around crime. Now, and this affects the elderly too. Uh, this is why I'm saying BLM is not good uh, for black women. It's not.
Here's the thing. And I'm going to have to say this, but black women, we have to be at fault for that because we drain our own problems out and our own issues out just for black men, and we put our own issues aside, and that's why black men voices are louder than ours because we we stick up to them too much. And not only that, we don't take the time to address our issues and say, hey, uh we need, we this is the problem that we are having in our community, because Black women are focusing too much on Black men getting killed by the police, facing racial discrimination,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
that's what
other
it stands for. That's what it stands for, Jay.
yeah. So basically, when we do that, it seems like our issues doesn't matter. And now that Black women were finally, getting a voice out there and addressing our problems, you know, it's not getting enough attention on the
You
internet.
you know what, Diamond?
Uh-huh.
It just dawned on me. It's kind of funny that you bring it up, and it's funny how Jay just brought this up in the live chat about Beyond. It's kind of funny how they'll, make the movement, which is, by the way, a ripoff, mind you, to,
Mhm.
over a little Black girl getting killed, by a cop, right?
Mhm.
But when push comes to shove, that doesn't cause a riot. But because of the death of an older gentleman, that's also Black, who apparently has a criminal record. Oh, apparently you have to riot in the streets. So, and it's like what you're talking about. Like, it's not over a woman or a girl, but over a man.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because
What
women,
they are phony as F.
yeah, because and I have to blame it on Black women, because we're dick begging. We're begging for dick. That's basically what it is going on, because we want the approval of Black men. So we go, and it's mainly Black women that are in these movements. We're on the forefront of these movements, where the men, where do you see them? They're nowhere to be found. So we put our lives on the line for these men, but you don't see Black men in these movements, because we do it for them, and this
It
is why
it
our
it
issues
is.
are not being taken seriously.
It is, Michael Ray. I agree. It is a scam. That's what I just said.
Yeah, so when it's a Black woman getting killed in the community, Black Lives Matter, they don't you don't see them marching in the streets. They don't, address it. It's just when Lauren Smith Fields, she was killed in her, well, I want to say she was killed. We don't know what happened to her. They said it was a drug overdose or whatever, and the cops did not want to investigate it any further. Where was BLM, telling these cops you need to investigate, or why aren't they investigating the matter of them for themselves? It doesn't really
Hmm.
make sense. So that's why, I don't take BLM seriously, because it's too
I
Black
I,
men.
ne- I never once supported nor took them seriously. But then again, they dig their own grave when they expose their true colors, not skin like, but in a metaphor, so to speak.
Yeah. So I was like, forget it. Like, Black women, we have to, keep doing what we're doing, pushing our image out there, because people are, uh saying that, I'll try to get my
Yeah,
words. Give
yes,
me
they have. They have, Michael. They have. You're exactly right.
Yeah, so when it comes to Black women's image, like, we've been put in a back burner for so long. And the 90s was good for Black women, because, we have shows like, you know, Martin and other and Family Matters and other these TV shows. However, it was, we were still being drained out by other races of women, because white women are considered the standard of beauty, which they still are today. However, now people are going in and for Latinas, but as Black women, we have to, put out our own image and our own likeness out there, which we are doing. We're getting better at it, but we have to create our own standard of beauty because no one is going to do it for us. We're going to have to do it ourselves and make an image for us so that we can continue to, put a good image out there, because we can't a lot rely on our own community to do it, because it's never going to happen. So as
Exactly, Michael. I like this guy.
Oh, you do? I like him too. About the dirtbags, yeah. Because it's just like Malcolm X says, the most unprotected women in America are Black women. The most underrated women is Black women. The most poorest women is Black women. And he said it himself as a Black man. And it's true. You can see it play out today in society, where Black women, our image is not being put out there in the forefront, even though we are pushing our image out there now. Is whether people want to, accept that or not. Well, we're not the standard of beauty. That's the thing I'm trying to get. We're not the standard of beauty in this country. Because people, still want to praise light skin and all that stuff. So this is, but hopefully that change where everybody can be the standard of beauty. Everybody.
Yes, we definitely deserve that universal
Yeah.
standard of beauty. And just to reiterate on what you mentioned about Malcolm X, being that we are the most disrespected, neglected, unprotected race of women. And it's really sad that how everything played out, especially when you mentioned about the the now deleted female. And it's really, and this is why I have an issue with some so-called sisterhood communities. I don't believe sisterhood exists, because if they do exist, they wouldn't have to victim blame her, regardless of whatever the man that she date, whatever race of men that she date, just like they did to that female that owned a successful hair salon years ago. I forgot her name, and they weren't pitying her. So it's like, how is sisterhood formed if you're going to victim blame um, someone that is no longer here? Now, these women, especially with the mammies and stuff, and some of these, so-called level up women and things of that nature, like they claim that they are about the betterment and the upliftment of Black women, yet you're talking trash and you're not providing any solutions for women to have the resources that they deserve. So this is just my issue with like sisterhood and everything. If you're going to love another sister, if you're going to uplift one another, don't victim blame somebody, especially victim blaming somebody that is no longer here to defend herself. So we just need a whole overhaul when it comes to that.
Yeah, that's basically true. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm in my kitchen. I totally agree, and this is why you see Black women on Instagram and other social media platforms, trying to get another side of Black women, instead of being an Instagram model, a video vixen, and and other images that do not represent all Black women. We're showing that we are business owners, that we can be good mothers, and that we can contribute to society. And that's what Goldman Sachs gave us, millions of dollars, because they see that we are changing the game in the Black community. So that's the reason that's the reason why Black women we're trying to show another side of ourselves, because people want to put out one image of us that we twerk, we do we do other things that they think this is what all Black women does, when that's simply not the case. They're only showing one side of Black women is because that's all they want Black women to represent. But we're saying as Black women, no, this is the other side of us that the media doesn't show of us, because they want to still paint a Black image. And I hate to say this, but Black women, we participate in destroying our own image when we do this. We don't even think how that make us look when we twerk on these videos and becoming Instagram models and acting ghetto and disparaging. It takes a toll on what we, on our image. So as Black women, we came together and said, hey, that's not, I'm not saying that it's not true. We're just saying there are other side of Black women that are business oriented, that do contribute to society and is doing well for ourselves. So basically, we're trying to show another side of us that the world don't get to see. So yeah, so I'm going to end the video here. Is there any last words you guys want to say? Anyone?
No, I think we're pretty good.
I'm good.
Yeah, same here. I'm good.
Okay, I said what I have to say here too. Everybody, I don't know if women that don't exist to you, I don't know if you have a channel. Do you have a channel?
I'm gonna be working on doing a brand new channel, and I'm going to possibly like rebrand my like screen name. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm not sure what direction I'll do it in. There's a few things that I might that I'm thinking of, but I will definitely make that be known when I come into your panel the next time, if depending on what topic you bring in.
Okay, so the woman that exists to you, even though she's still working on her channel, please subscribe, because when it revamps her channel, she's going to have good topics coming up. So I suggest you guys subscribe to her channel along with Jane Man Legit, and subscribe to my channel as well as usual. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Y'all have a nice night. Bye.
Bye.